catastrophic release of toxins into an environment, what happens to the organisms that live there? Well, most of them will die. But as we know, life tends to find a way. If the population is large enough and there's sufficient variation, a lucky few will have a set of traits that allow them to survive in that extremely stressful environment. And those lucky few will go on to reproduce and repopulate that environment. But the new population will probably look drastically different than its ancestors. The first aim of my research is to investigate the kinds of changes that allow organisms to adapt in such stressful conditions, and how those changes impact the organism's ability to deal with other kinds of stress. Typically, environments are complex, so organisms must face challenges from multiple stressors simultaneously. Therefore, my second aim is to understand how different environmental factors interact to produce complex challenges. Now, these questions can be difficult to answer using data gathered from nature because organisms and environments are so multifaceted. In order to maximize the potential for understanding, I conduct carefully designed experiments in the lab, where I can control most aspects of the organism and the environment. Using Baker's yeast, I can track the course of evolution in a matter of weeks. And since this model organism has been so thoroughly characterized, when I look at the genetic changes, I can tell what cellular mechanisms are being impacted. I expose yeast to toxic concentrations of different heavy metals, allow them to evolve, and measure the consequences. Some key results from the data that I've collected show that there's no single correct way for yeast to evolve in heavy metals. Replicate populations take different evolutionary pathways. And when it comes to more complex environments, certain combinations of metal can cause huge increases to toxicity compared to each metal on its own. But surprisingly, other metals actually decrease the toxicity that cells experience. Beyond implications for organismal evolution, this work has made me think more deeply about how we as humans adapt to stressful conditions. Different people develop different coping mechanisms. And adaptations that may have been helpful in the stressful environment become maladaptive once the stress is removed. But I think that our capacity for adaptation is very impressive. And with some time and a few changes, it's possible to find a new optimum in a drastically changed environment. Thank you.